looking at the organisation, you're looking at the interactions that you have, and you are asking, is it safe?
I have shared my story before of having a negative experience with an employer. Shortly after I was diagnosed, I was met with a little bit of resistance from them, sort of saying, well, can you do the job? Are you still capable? And the answer was yes, but I noticed a lot of barriers at the time. So I believe the reason why people don't voluntarily disclose is a sense of fear because of that. Because I've had a negative experience myself, that sort of made me a bit trepidatious of sharing my own stories in case, I am sort of discriminated against in the future. And of course, there's plenty of employees which haven't had those positive experiences, those positive stories to feel confident to come forward and say that I still have a disability and that doesn't prevent me from being the best employee that I can be.
If it's something that you have the ability to hide, you may do that while you undertake a risk assessment of your environment, right? And you're looking at the organisation, you're looking at the interactions that you have, and you are asking, is it safe for me to share this about myself at work? And you may do that to a few of your colleagues, or you may end up doing it for everyone. And that depends on whether the environment is safe or not.
Honestly, I'm not sure, because I thought about that, and when I interviewed here and they asked me, I said no. And it wasn't because of the experience that I had at the real estate agency. It's more because using a disability toilet, which I actually have a card to use, and people see me go into that toilet, the amount of people that I've had bash on the door because they think they're doing the right thing, advocating for people, that they can see the disability, that you start to think, maybe I'm using resources that I shouldn't be using. I can use a public toilet, it's a lot harder and it's probably a lot more unhygienic to change my bag using one. But I end up going to change my bag in the car at a shopping centre. So I think, I feel like I'm taking someone else's resources.
Well, the first thing I would say is that disclosure is a really personal thing, and I'm not going to judge anybody for feeling uncomfortable about disclosing. But what I would say is that for those people who perhaps are feeling uncomfortable about disclosing, I think it would be wonderful. I would like to hear from those people about why they feel uncomfortable and what we can do to make people feel more comfortable. What can we do to make the culture a safer one for people to disclose? But also I would challenge people to think about how by disclosing they might also encourage other people, particularly people who are at management level. What impact might disclosing, if you get to a point of being comfortable to do that, might that have on the rest of your team? And what influence might you be able to have across the organisation?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of very skilled and talented people with disability who've been discriminated against throughout their career. So very early on in their relationship with us as a potential employer, they might be nervous about disclosing their disability. We hope to send enough signals that this is a safe place to do so, that they'll not only be welcomed here but celebrated. Their lived experience can help us deliver better services to our clients.